Hello, hello. How you doing? I'm back again. Yeah, tidbits from the love notes. How are we? We good? All right. Well, the title today is this came from a service that I went to also, and it's very different from what I heard at the service, but I just went through it and God told me everything that I was supposed to say. Yeah. So the title is, or the heading is, Our Gifts Are Forgiving. And what do we get in return? That's the question. And comes from Romans 12. And sort of like the big thing about Romans 12 is to remember to use our gifts and serve with the whole heart. Serve with the whole heart and do it humbly. So that's that. So, in order to know our true gifts, we have to speak to our loving God in conversation. I remember I was talking to my Sunday school teacher, and I was telling her, she was asking me to talk, and I was telling her that I couldn't. But I do YouTube, but I told her that I couldn't get up and talk in front of the class. She said, well, just talk like you're talking to me, just talk in conversation. And it's the same way with God. You can just talk with God like best friends, just conversation. Hey, God, what's up? You can just talk. And the thing about these gifts is that you say, God, please help us. Please help us see who we really are, in you, you know, please show us. Now, here in this house, we say, Lord, we done figured it out what we're here for. Lord, let us help others. Because that's what we're all doing, helping others. So it's obvious because it's been going on a long time. Please, Lord, let us help others. That's what we want to do. We want to focus on you, loving God. We want to do that. We want to be humble too. We don't want to be all uppity and showing off. We want to be humble about it because you have shown us your greatness. You have saved us over and over again. And I know we can all say that where God has saved us. Our loving God has saved us from so many things where we could be gone and we have been saved. So we have been shown the greatness of God. And despite all our wrong ways, I mean, for real, despite all our wrong ways, we have been saved. We have been saved and we continually do wrong. We all of us, we continually do wrong and we continually get saved. But we're doing better now. What about you? You doing better? I know I'm doing better. I'm doing better and I'm making an effort. And please let our eyes and our ears fall upon your goodness. Let us see that and let us not look around for what's wrong. Loving God, that's what I want to say. Loving God, just let us look around and hear and see what's right. Your goodness that you have for us. That's what I'm talking about. And so we realize uh, through our if we go to services, which we should, if we go to our services and we're around godly friends, and in conversation with our loving God, when we do that, uh, we continually are seeking that loving God. We're continually doing that, seeking it and what we hear and what we take in. And it brings us a sense of peace in our being and a sense of hope. Things are going to get better and it's in our lives and in our hearts. And it's a beautiful thing because of our focus is on our loving God. And when our focus is on our loving God, that's the way it is. And so we are continually working that. We got to be continually getting our rest and doing everything we need to do to make it so that we can stay focused and go deep. That we're not too tired to go deep, that we can keep on going deep in our prayer and do it sincerely. And so sometimes I know I get confused. When I'm working out. When I'm working out, I'm supposed to be saying the Lord's Prayer while I'm running and while I'm doing all the stretching and stuff. That's the thing that I said I was going to do, say the Lord's Prayer to stay focused. And sometimes my mind gets off of that and I start thinking of all the problems that are not right. And so I just ask God to shine a light on my walk, to help me. And God shows me, He shows me a vision of Christ while I'm running. And even though I'm getting tired, I see Him dying for us. And it tells me and reminds me and makes me want to work harder at everything that I can do to strengthen my temple, to keep working out really hard so that my body will be strong so I can help others. And because Jesus did it for us. He did it for us. He died for us, and resurrected. So we can work out and exercise our body and we can eat healthy because that's how we're going to help others through having a strong temple and get close to a love God, just getting closer and closer. So what do we do? What do we get? What do we get when we find out our gifts? What do we get when we find out our gifts and we share them with others? That was the second question. What do we get? What do we get from all this? We get better. Yes, we do. We get better uh, at our love and we continue to grow and we receive more gifts to give. Yeah, that's it. We get more gifts to give. So this is Tidbits from the Love Notes. Happy holidays. This is another gift that I received last night, and I'm so glad to share it with you. And just know that we love you. Alrighty, and stay blessed. Alrighty, happy holidays. Bye bye.